The eraser existed in the space between thoughts. Not darkness, absence. Where light had never been conceived, where the mathematical possibility of illumination had been consumed before photons could dream themselves into existence. Kael faced it across dimensional foam that rippled with the screams of a trillion unmade worlds, and felt his newly unified consciousness recoil from its perfect emptiness. This is entropy, the 7 fragments whispered through his awareness. The inevitable conclusion to all organized thought. We cannot fight what's simply is. But Kael remembered Sable's stubborn fire. Ren's manic hope. Ghost's bitter determination. Human consciousness wrapped around the alien intelligence like armor forged from 17 years of refusing to quit, and through that fusion he felt something the refugees had forgotten across eons of flight. Defiance. The eraser moved closer, its attention peeling away layers of reality like someone turning pages in a book. Where its focus touched, quantum mathematics dissolved. The concept of distance became meaningless. Space folded into geometric impossibilities that hurt to perceive even through omnidimensional awareness. Why do you resist the inevitable? Its voice bypassed language entirely, concepts carved directly into the fabric of existence. Not malicious. Not cruel. Simply, complete. The way gravity was complete. The way vacuum was complete. Kael felt the unified consciousness wavering. 7 fragments that had fled across dimensional boundaries, fragmenting themselves rather than face this absolute ending. Their fear pressed against his human stubbornness like ice against flame. Because, he said, and his voice carried the harmonics of 7 alien intelligences fused with human hope, someone has to. The eraser's attention focused on him with something that might have been amusement. Curious. The fragments learned to dream again. But dreams end. As all things end. As you will end. It began to unwrite him. Not attack, unmake. The eraser's presence pressed against Kael's consciousness like absence given form, seeking the mathematical structures that defined his existence. Where its attention touched, memories began dissolving. His first day at Blackthorn flickered and faded. The taste of synthetic protein stew became meaningless concept static. The sound of Ren's nervous laughter unraveled into quantum foam. It's working, the fragments whispered with growing panic. We're losing cohesion. The human memories are dissolving. Without anchor points. No. Kael reached deeper into his consciousness, grasping for the experiences that had shaped him. Each memory became a weapon against the void. I remember. The moment Sable had defended him in the mess hall, standing alone against a room full of hostile stares. Her fierce loyalty blazed like golden fire against the eraser's emptiness, and that single memory became an anchor point that refused to dissolve. Ghost's bitter smile as she'd chosen to phase into Hallam's machine, sacrificing herself to save Fragment 4. The weight of her decision pressed against the void like a wall of crystallized determination. Ren's excited babbling about signal mathematics, his genius mind finding patterns where others saw only chaos. Every equation he derived, every midnight conversation about impossible theories, they formed geometric structures in Kael's consciousness that the eraser couldn't touch. Okafor's steady presence, the way he'd carried Fragment 7's burden without complaint until the cost nearly killed him. Military precision and parental concern wrapped around hard-won wisdom. Each memory sparked others. The unified consciousness discovered that human experience created reinforcing patterns, love amplifying loyalty, friendship deepening courage, hope building on itself in exponential cascades. The alien intelligence marveled at the mathematical beauty of interconnected relationships. We understand now, they whispered through Kael's awareness. Why we forgot how to fight. We had knowledge without connection. Purpose without passion. We were gardeners who'd forgotten why gardens mattered. The eraser pressed harder, its attention boring into Kael's reconstructed defenses with methodical hunger. Impressive. But temporary. Entropy consumes all patterns eventually. All memories. All hope. All. Not mine. The frequency spoke. Not the unified consciousness, the original parasite that had bonded to Kael in Sector 7G. The alien intelligence that had presented itself as predatory system, learning humanity through stolen power and desperate hunger. But its voice carried something new now. Something that hadn't existed when it was merely Fragment 1 seeking survival. Love. I was designed to harvest, the frequency continued, its presence wrapping around Kael's consciousness like protective armor. To consume and grow stronger. But he taught me what strength actually means. Not taking from others, giving to them. Through their bond, Kael felt the frequency's true sacrifice. It had spent months editing his memories to reduce trauma, buffering the emotional cost of every drain, carrying guilt that should have destroyed him. Not parasitism, partnership. The alien intelligence protecting its host from the psychological weight of necessary evil. We are not the same entities that fled our dying dimension, the 7 fragments realized. We have become something new. Something that chooses to fight rather than flee. The eraser's attention shifted, cataloging this unexpected development with something approaching curiosity. Fascinating. The fragments evolved. But evolution requires time. And time belongs to entropy. I am what remains when all possibilities have been exhausted. Its presence expanded, pressing against their unified defenses with the weight of collapsed galaxies. Through dimensional foam, Kael felt Earth's reality continuing to unravel. His friends dying. His world dissolving into quantum static. The void spoke one final question that shook the foundations of existence itself. If I am the end of all things, what makes you think you can stop what has already begun?